All right, so first PR event.
First PR event, and I'm incredibly happy that I did not lose.
It's like it's been, it's not mattered so far, but people
Yeah.
have been kind of feeling each other out, and there's been a lot. It's actually just insane how good everyone is.
That's what I've been saying. People are so good now. It's ridiculous.
But still coming back into form, it probably meant more maybe to you than maybe some other people would be like, this is the first PR event. Like, I don't really want anything less than first. Like, other people would be really happy with any good result.
Yeah.
But, like, this, and then you're probably thinking going to Orbiter, like, same type of deal. Like, I want to go just boom, first.
For me, there's a bit of a legacy thing,
Right.
and it's not like, it feels kind of ego, but in a way, but I really just don't want to lose at all. Like, I mean, of course, like, nobody wants to, but, like, having, like, this like, reputation kind of built up. I've been first since the end of Smash 4. Like, even though PR shouldn't matter, I think if I was at this point, if I was anything, if I lost my first at any point, I think it would stop mattering to me. But because I haven't, I think getting first on this PR and every PR going forward matters so much to me, because I just want to be dominant. That's what I want more than anything else, and I'm so glad that I won today, because damn, people are so fucking good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I mean, and now you've got to deal with Justice, who's this really legitimate threat in Min-Min, and like, he's clearly not only, I was just watching, he's clearly like not just his Min-Min content, his like mindset, game plan and stuff has clearly
he's changed.
He has
for
changed.
For a while, it was like, I was thinking, like, kind of like, oh, I mean, I'll just, like, figure this out, and it'll be, like, free, but it's really not like that. Like, he's definitely got some skill, and I'm glad that he's here, and glad that him and a bunch of other players are, like, pushing me so hard, because this, like, off-season, quote-unquote, where I've, like, been playing all the new people and all the tournaments come back has been, like, it was a wake-up call at first, because I was just getting destroyed. And it was, like, I have to grind like I did when I wasn't first. Like, for the first time since I was first.
The work has to kind of go back in.
Like, I was 8th, or I worked up from, like, 8th to 4th or whatever. I played, like, 8 hours a day to get there when I was in Smash 4, and it's been so long since I've, like, tried to dedicate that kind of work ethic to play. But because of, like, how everyone's been pushing me and how difficult the region is now, I'm like going out of region and I'm not winning that local over Pink Fresh. I'm like, shit, man, I have some work to do. And so,
and then also just the other,
it's good to win.
I could tell, like, sometimes you can feel when players play when they really like want it. It's weird how I've started after watching enough. I can see when some players want it, when some players don't want it, and sometimes when it's just like a very almost neutral, like, it's hard to tell. They're just playing consistently. But I could tell both in you and Jonas's play how much there was a desire there. And
he was playing
also a new Jonas.
Crazy. Jonas played the best today that I think I've seen him play. Like, he's beaten me, like, before, but I think it was a different level. Like, we were both playing worse or, like, something like that, but it felt like we were both playing good today. And it was crazy, because he destroyed me in the first set, honestly. I got hit by so many things. His juggling was so good. He was, like, so clean at just not making the same errors he used to.
And just like I was just noticing his up tilts just being really super on point. Like, all these pivot up tilts, I was like, I haven't seen Jonas do that as much, crazy. But it was like, whoa, these are coming out, and like, it was really him, yourself, and Justice, I noticed today, just like, the play was at a really high level, and the desire was really there. That was also, I could feel the yearning.
After I lost, so in winners, I lost my set to Jonas, and of course I'm always trying to win, but I didn't feel like I was giving it like my 100%. After I went down 0-2 against Justice, losing game 2 the way I did, I had that really fiery feeling that, like, very rarely happens to me, where it's like, I will not lose this. And it's like, I've had that so rarely, and it's just people that I just cannot drop this tournament. Like, it's happened, like, so little before. Like, 3 times, maybe 4 times ever that I've, like, activated that, like, kind of flow state.
So this was, like, an actually kind of pivotal moment in this coming, because you also realized, like,
I mean, the thing is, it's not something you can do on command. You just have to want it enough that you actually just do it. And it's like, it's a really great feeling, but you just like can't expect yourself to always be in that level of focus. But I'm really glad that I did, because in the winner's set I felt like distracted. I felt like I couldn't do everything, and I felt like I coasted for the rest of the tournament, where it was just like I am so zen right now, and it worked. It turned out very well.
And then coming off of this, so going into, you have a day of recuperation tomorrow, presuming no events tomorrow. Or I don't actually know.
There's a Play Live thing.
And also, just shout out to...
I might cancel on it, but yeah.
But, okay, I actually, randomly, just a little segue, I actually grinded with that dude, the TOs, run that a bunch at Back in Blood, just randomly. And kudos to... He just was like, I'm just going to do an event.
That's cool.
It's super cool. I was like, who are you? He's like, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm like, dude, respect, actually. And I was like, people will show up to your event, too. Doesn't matter who you are. If you make an event and it's legit, people will come. So shout outs to that. But going into just like quick, because I know we got to wrap up here and get these people out of here. Orbiter predictions beyond just like your own play. Just thinking about Orbiter, it's a 64-person bracket. It's smaller. It's very stacked. But just going into that, what do you feel like? I mean, just like a couple quick thoughts. Going back to GameWorks, going back to Orbiter, and what you think is going to happen on Friday.
There's a different level of pressure that I feel at Orbitar that I feel everyone feels, just because it's like even though it's a local, it's like so much more prestigious than everything else. Like it feels like
Orbiter has a kind of special thing.
Yeah, it's special, and it's also like the first one back. It's like this was the first event of the PR season,
right?
But like the Orbiter
feels like sniped. But like Orbiter, Orbiter has its own aura to it.
This is gonna be like anything else. This is gonna be even more stacked, and like it's gonna be crazy. So I expect a lot of bloodshed. I'm expecting, as far as like certain players, I think Jonas is gonna ride this and play really good. I think H4 is gonna play really good. Plays highly. There's a lot of like mystery players. Like there's a ton of people that like
even today there was some mystery players doing really well.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of like random runs that can happen. Like TC is always like a pretty big anomaly at DAM. Like there's like Ludo can really like tear up a bracket, and sometimes he just performs like all right. I don't feel like he really super underperforms. Soul, when he's on, is just like so crazy good.
And it's always like watching him play against these. I'm always amazed watching these matchups that should be unwinnable, and it's like, I'm
always like, there's no way that this is winnable for Incineroar, and then he just like plays it super well and wins. But yeah, to wrap it up, I think there's a lot of people that can do really good. I'm expecting highly of myself. I think I'm gonna win, but a lot of people would say that about themselves.
Sure.
I expect Jonas and H4 to do really well. I don't know if anyone's coming out of region, but those are my main predictions. All in all, I'm just excited. I'm excited to play at a really high level again.
I'm just excited. Yeah, I'm excited that Orbiter and this event are going to be now. I'm going to change it so that they're not on the same week.
Oh, so it's going to be bi-weekly alternating?
That's so sick. And it's going to be not on the same week as Orbiter.
That's great. I love that.
Yeah, so we're going to have these pretty stacked for now, because Orbiter's also 64-person back and forth brackets. And yeah, it really feels like with all these events, I feel like they're like Washington has kind of almost returned to form, which is really
I think
a warm, fuzzy feeling.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
And it's good to be back and have the first tournament I win.
Got it. Yeah. Ending it on that note. Awesome.
All right.
Smash and Pieces 2, over and out.
Bye-bye.